If you want to start a podcast, like there should be like a required IQ test to buy a microphone.
Wait, just to buy a microphone?
Because I just hear people.
Oh, these ice packs. Huge savior, brother. Huge savior.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to another episode of The Just Saying Show.
Just saying.
Sane. Oh, that delay. Might as well just put delay on there instead of us just going a fake delay. How's your weekend been so far, brother?
It's been good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Has it been a lot better since the last couple of weeks? I know you've been going through it roughly, but...
Yeah.
Nice. I've been scrolling on my FYP lately, and I saw this guy named Joey Swole. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, we're friends on TikTok.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did he reach out to you or something, or...?
Yeah, he did. And I never checked my DMs, but the one time I did... I saw that he sent me a DM like months prior.
Uh-huh.
And so we reached out and we talked a bit, and I'm trying to bring him to the lounge.
That would be sick. Is he LA based?
I won't say where he's based.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely not here. Yeah. I heard that he recently got canceled for some reason. I think it was like he was wearing some shirt that like made some people offended. But turns out that he's not being canceled. So I was like, for the first time, I was like, yes, because like he's a genuine good dude. He's only puts positivity out into the world, and yet people online were trying to cancel him. I was like, for once, someone that's trying to be canceled, I'm so glad that he's not getting canceled, and people are actually opening their eyes to that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any of your friends be canceled, and how did that play out?
No, I don't think any of my friends have been canceled.
Okay.
I can't think of any.
Or anyone that you know?
Like personally?
Not personally. It could be just acquaintances online.
Can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Oh, interesting. I thought you'd have like some crazy wild stories of some peers of yours that got canceled.
There was one person that when they got canceled, they reached out to me. And I think I was in a place where I could give her some really good advice. And after talking to this person, they felt a lot better. But no, nothing like that.
Do you think cancel culture is more of a trend, or do you think it's an important way for people to be held accountable?
That's a good question. I think there's too much mob mentality.
Define mob mentality. Like kind of following the herd kind of thing?
Like the reason why we have executioners is because they treat it as their job and it's impersonal. And that's kind of what you want from your own justice system. You don't want it to be personal. You want it to be impersonal, so that the verdict that they come across is as fair as possible. Because if you have a dog in the fight, your motivations can sway things away further from the truth. But cancel culture is so completely driven by emotion that there are too many people I see that, including me, that get tossed into the mob unfairly and unjustly. So I don't think it's, I say it's probably 70% evil and 30% just.
Yeah, what I've been realizing is I think it's more of a trend that's been going on. It's like once this person is popular to be, you know, just trying to get in the bandwagon of getting canceled, and a lot of people start rushing in and just joining the bandwagon. So I was like, I think it's more of like a trend thing. Like, oh, everyone hates this person. I'm gonna hop on board too, you know? Can you think of a time when cancel culture actually led to a positive change? Or has it had mostly negative effects?
I don't know.
The only positive change that I've gotten from that is that there was this woman that was just bashing on men for because it was like men's mental health awareness month or something like that. And then she was just bashing men, like, oh, men don't need, like, they don't need nothing. They're just saying a lot of bad stuff about them. And literally the whole internet like was just like, no, we need to like kick her off the platform. She's a horrible human being. That and another example I remember was really good for the cancel culture, but I'm not trying to get canceled right now, so I'm not even going to bring that up. When do you think it is appropriate to hold people accountable for their actions rather than silencing them?
I think things are just probably a little too public right now. And people are a little too nosy. And because the negativity sells. Like in Korea, one of the things that they do that I like is criminals, their faces are often blurred on national television. Because, even the criminals need protection. Because they're already going to be paying for the crime. through their own criminal justice system, this public vigilante justice is cruel and untailored. It's too much of a unfocused berating as opposed to a just sentence. So, yeah.
Do you think canceling someone for their past mistake is fair? Or do you think people should always deserve a second chance, like a redemption?
Yeah, I think it's fair.
You think it's fair?
No. I think like people deserve a second chance. Sorry. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. It's like, I mean, you can't really just derail someone off of their whole career path just from a one small measly mistake. I mean, what do you think about like small mistakes versus big mistakes? There might be someone that might have like wasn't intentionally trying to offend anyone, but they somehow did, versus someone who was blatantly trying to like, someone just very evil. Then maybe you think canceling after the first time is like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that cancel culture is effective in changing behavior? I personally don't think it does. I think once they get caught, or they go through public scrutiny, then they're forced to change their behavior because, oh man, I messed up. I gotta prove to the world that like I'm not this type of person. So that's just what I think. What about you?
Well, it seems like in the example that you give that they do change their behavior because they fall under social pressure or something. So yeah, I think it's pretty effective.
Do you think cancel culture would exist without social media? Or do you think social media has a huge role into cancel culture?
I think it has a huge role in cancel culture.
What about the internet makes you believe that it has a huge role into cancel culture rather than not having the internet being present?
I guess it's because social media is so user-generated.
That's true. There's tons of people just on their phones just scrolling away, doom scrolling. Could you give me an example of like when is an appropriate time to cancel someone? Because, you know, freedom of speech, everyone is just, you know, voicing their opinions on the internet. Like there should be like a level of severity that you have to do in order for you to be like, okay, like I think it's okay to cancel this person.
No, I think public justice should be private and stay away from the public eye.
Any reason why?
Too many casualties because it's so mob mentality. So people don't put in the right amount of work to be able to justify their accusations. Yeah.
On your social media platforms, do you ever get scared to voice out like your true, honest opinion to the world? Or are you kind of like hesitant on being too transparent to where people might try to cancel you or something? Because for me, I have this problem too. Like there's so many things I want to like, you know, do skits about or do content about, but then like in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, this might be offensive. Like, because we live in such a sensitive generation today now. So it's like, what's an appropriate, like, what would you do as Reed Choi?
Yeah, I'm always afraid. But I think that's probably a good thing because with my content or as a content creator, you should never feel too safe with what you're. If you should never feel too safe with your content because that usually means you're not really saying anything. And so oftentimes when I'm uploading or creating something, I'm afraid about how people will react because I'm always trying to push a certain boundary to get people to think. So I think you want to find a balance between like not being so overly honest that you become crass, but not being so hidden that you become a coward. But that fine line between distaste and honest truth, I suppose.
Has there been a content that you posted that kind of backfired?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Do you respond back to any of the comments or?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So as like tip for beginner creators, content creators, would you advise them to do the same? Like once you receive public backlash, just don't respond back to any of them?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you have to imagine that the common social media user, their IQ.
Yes, go on. What about their IQ?
The ones that comment negative things, I have to imagine are lower IQ people because these are people that don't look before they leap. And hate only ever comes from beneath you. And so since they're in a lower disposition in life, they're not looking before they leap, and they want to spread this negativity. I can safely, I think, presume that their IQ has to be lower.
I can see that POV. I also see people who are just miserable in general, and they just want to project their insecurities, their issues onto the whole world, and it's mostly just out of jealousy too that I find. Everyone's just doing well. I never see people who are doing well post any hate comments or anything.
Yeah, and it's a waste of time trying to argue with these people. It's like playing chess with a pigeon. Then there's no point.
It really is. It's like brain rot. Like one information goes in one ear, comes out the other, and they don't retain anything. Or for them, it's just more like, oh, I need to win this argument. I need to be the alpha male in this. I totally cooked this guy good. But also, it's a lot of immature kids on the platform too. I feel like those are a lot of people that spring hate.
Yeah, I feel like it's too easy. Like, if you want to start a podcast, like, there should be like a required IQ test to buy a microphone.
Wait, just to buy a microphone?
Because I just hear people say the most stupid stuff online. Everyone thinks that they're smarter than they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be like these alpha male podcasts. They'll say something that they think is profound. And it's like, it's so clear you got that off of like a Pinterest board. And like, I don't know. If you just naturally assume that when you're on social media that you're surrounded by idiots, things make a lot more sense. Yeah.
And it clears your mind off of most of these negative hate comments. You have to remind yourself, oh, like these are the type of people that I'm talking with.
Yeah. And you should naturally assume that you're not that smart either.
Right.
Because genius is rare. And to think that you're one of those very smart individuals without actual proper testing is a bit facetious. And so if you find yourself in a place thinking that you should comment, maybe you should second guess yourself. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that concludes for the podcast today. You have any good questions for our audience? Or you got a question for me? Don't put me on blast now, okay? You always put me on blast every single podcast, I swear.
Did I ask you this question last podcast? I was thinking to myself, a conversation I had with a friend. They were like, in 10 years, what do you think you'll regret?
You did ask me this off the record, though, when we were smoking cigars outside.
What did you say?
I feel like I'm regretting not experiencing life as much, you know? I have that mentality of like, oh, grind in your 20s. Don't go out to like vacations until you're like successful financially. And then in your 30s or late 30s, you can live the rest of your life. You can do all the things that you wanted to do when you were young. I think that's what I would regret the most.
Not living enough.
By being in the computer, working, grinding, the hustle culture, it's like consuming me. Because it's like, if I don't got money or I'm not in a good place, why am I going to be spending money on things that I can't even afford? For me, it's just like, I'd rather just save, invest. And then when the time comes where I'm financially successful, boom, I can do whatever the heck I want. But I still feel like a lot of my friends are telling me, hey, like I don't know if that's the right way to do it. You're only young once. As you get older, there's a lot of activities and things you can't physically be able to do as well. Energy levels run down. But in my defense, I was like, as long as you live a healthy lifestyle, you're working out regularly, your energy levels shouldn't decrease that crazy, How about you? I don't think you ever shared to me what you would regret in 10 years.
I think, or one of my biggest fears is that I'll get everything that I said that I'm going to get. I'll get everything that I wanted, all the accolades, all the success, X, Y, and Z, A, B, C. But then my lust will take it all away from me. So if you compare myself to 5 years ago, I'm a lot better.
Way better.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm afraid that in 10 years, the progress won't be enough. And the success will kill me. Because the amount of opportunity will be completely overwhelming.
Isn't it kind of overwhelming for you right now? I feel like you'd be pretty overwhelmed right now if I was in your position, even just at right now at this stage.
Overwhelmed? By what?
Just all the brands that's hitting you up, all the notoriety.
No.
No? Oh.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes for our podcast today. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys next week.